This is Kenya Koviak, also known as Mistress Belladonna, with PBN News Network. And I am here with...
Hi, I'm Jara Mann. I'm with Food Not Bombs, Detroit.
And today we're doing an event here in Pope Park in Hamtramck, Michigan. And can you tell me a little bit about who you are and what organizations you're with and why this is important to do today?
Well, this particular organization is Detroit Food Not Bombs, and we're an anarchist organization that believes in reclaiming food and giving it to the people. We're a mutual aid organization. We also are affiliated with Bikes Not Bombs. We're starting to grow lawns, Food Not Lawns, and Great Lakes Santa Fe is another organization I'm with. And so we're just out here serving the people for free. That's what we do.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Now, I have a question. Why is it important to get the word out for people to understand that you're here?
Carrie, will you turn me off a little bit again?
Let's let Tim answer that.
So why is it important to get the
Who
word out?
are you? What's your name?
My name is Tim. I'm one of the organizers of Detroit Food Not Bombs. It's important to get the word out is because what we're trying to create here is a sustainable future for our communities. A lot of times like grocery stores and stuff like that toss away a lot of usable food that pretty much just ends up in landfills, but we pretty much try getting that food before it hits the dumpsters, reclaim it, get it going so that we can actually serve this perfectly good food before it gets wasted. So we're trying to pretty much create an image for the future where a lot of anarchist groups, they get kind of a bad name because people think of anarchy as synonymous with burning things down and busting out windows. We're here showing that we're not all burning down buildings and busting windows. We like to create what happens next in the world. So
Now, if we wanted to get in touch with you, if somebody wanted to volunteer or donate or come out and do some actual physical fingers in the dirt, boots on the ground kind of work with you, what sites could they find you?
they can find us. We have our website. It's DetroitFoodNotBombs.com. Or Detroit. Here, let me give you a little show.
They also have a Facebook page.
We have a Facebook page. Most of our stuff is done through social media. So if you go onto the website, right now the website's in the process of being built up. We're all kind of learning about website design, so we're not really sure exactly what we're doing with it yet. But it pretty much links directly to our Facebook. And if you message us on Facebook or go on the website, there's also an email address. You can email us and find out more. I mean, we want as many volunteers as possible. We want this to grow, so that way, before we know it, there's different chapters in Detroit starting up. And, so if you have anybody who wants to volunteer, send them our way.
Wonderful. Now, I know that there's more than just Food Without Bombs here. Are there any other organizations you want to give a shout out to that people should be investigating other than Bikes Not Bombs and,
Well, we're kind of working with a bunch of different groups. The Michigan People's Defense Network, we've done a few protests with them. So one of our, instead of just feeding the community, we do like protest and solidarity feeds. So we end up working with different groups and organizations like that. Stephen would be a good one for different groups that are synonymous with us that we want to give a shout out to. So you want to come over here and kind of...
Wonderful. And I'm catching him eating, so that means I'm like the typical reporter person that always catches people with food in their mouth. That makes me so happy.
Well, it shows that we have delicious food that's making people happy.
It's wonderful, delicious vegan
Eyebrow
food.
raising.
Yes.
Delicious.
Any groups that we want to give a shout out to? I mean, I know Wrench is one of them. Wrench is a non-profit organization.
Right. There's also a bike club in the Golden Gate community that works toward putting bicycles in the hands of youth.
Now, is that near Fireweed? Is that near Fireweed
Yes.
University?
Yep, and the Universe Intentional organization there. And the Universe building is a place that we've actually been working through for our kitchen
Right on.
for Food Not Bombs. So there's some nice alliance with that going on. We've also done some serving at some events that have had various purposes. We've come out against the walls that Trump wants to have built. We've come out in solidarity with immigration. We believe there should be welcoming for refugees here, and practices of ICE need to be curbed, the immigration services, and we also, they're not services, I'm so sorry. immigration police. The policing of our people is an issue. There's been a number of organizations. I mean, a couple of us go back to Occupy Detroit about 5 years ago. Some of us know each other through environmental justice work. And we also know that there's been housing and water justice issues around the city as well. Detroit does not have an affordable water situation. We could even bring Michelle up here to talk about Tricycle Collective when it comes to what's going on with housing for those in need.
You mean the people who put the tricycles on lawns?
So, the Tricycle Collective should be best introduced by the person behind you.
I'm a member of the Tricycle Collective, and we are a nonprofit advocacy group. We try to spread information and sometimes financial support to families with young children whose homes are facing tax foreclosure. We help people buy the houses they already live in and retain home ownership and stability in the community and spread information. We're a volunteer organization, and we are trying to keep people in their homes.
Now, see, where could they find information for you? I mean, where could they go to online to find you?
We have a website, thetricyclecollective.com, but I will say we don't have like a whole administrative organization. I actually, my job is to work for United Community Housing Coalition, and we really refer folks who are living in homes with tax foreclosure to UCHC. We do counseling Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. So if you're a homeowner and you're in tax foreclosure, you should go there and get counseling. If you're living in the home but you're not the owner, you need to find out, should you be paying rent? What do you expect? Are you going to be evicted? What's the process? How could you go about owning it? And kind of have that peace of mind. There's really not a lot of information for non-owners in this situation. And so that's a resource, a really important, long-standing community resource. Down on 2nd Ave near Cass Tech in the Masonic Temple, Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, 9 till noon, 2727 2nd Ave. And there are 18,000 occupied homes in Detroit still facing tax foreclosure this year. That's by our local government, not by investors and banks, our local government. This is low compared to previous years. So this is what we're dealing with every year.
The 18,000 water foreclosure, we got 18,000 water shutoffs pending as well.
I believe that.
Right now.
They're very closely linked.
And the funny thing is that the mayor of the city of Detroit actually puts these types of things on his dashboard, like they're measurable items. I think that when we have government that actually is measuring that kind of progress, we have a bit of a problem.
It's an inherent acceptance.
It's a matter of removal as an agenda by putting it on your dashboard. So there's a number of organizations that are really more grassroots oriented, probably not real well known because there's a real smattering of them. Detroit has always been a civil rights community for centuries. Put it that way.
Oh yeah,
You go back to the Underground Railroad and before, as far as where civil rights is. Detroit actually has a real spiritual core that a lot of the country doesn't understand, and some of that could very well have to do with the fact that we're a nexus of water, and water is a very, very sacred resource.
I'd like to say anytime someone's like, you gotta get free housing.
Some of us have been in support of what's gone on through Standing Rock, and we resist Dakota Access Pipeline and all of the other work that Energy Transfer Partners is doing. Here in Southeast Michigan, you're working on the ET Rover, or the Energy Transfer Rover project, which is going to bring natural gas through from the shale fields in Pennsylvania up through Southeast Michigan and back over into Canada. So we don't just get hit one way or another way, we get hit every which way you possibly can. And we have a state government that actually has no qualms with passing special laws that impact communities of a certain size. And as our population dwindles, maybe we'll be able to escape some of these special laws that have been passed for communities that are 700,000 people or more, because we're now getting below that.
Well, hey, and if you guys are activist oriented, there's an event going on right now in Detroit. I think it starts at noon. The Charles H. Wright Museum is the People's Climate March, and it's specifically fighting the incinerator and that emission and everything there. But it's also for people who are climate advocates, environmental justice advocates, and Detroiters.
I heard there's a young person that has her mother's permission to speak online here, and
She would be standing too far forward. She could come back a little bit.
and ma'am, who are you? What is your name?
My name is Ina, and I am the youngest of the Food Not Bombs group. These are free food. I don't know where our next location is yet.
Here next week.
We're going to be here next week.
Where is here?
Here is at Pope Park. We serve vegan food.
Now what does vegan mean?
Vegan, it means there's no animal parts in there.
No animal product at all, right? No eggs, no milk, no cheese?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
That sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
Would you like to talk, Toby?
It's PBN News Network.
PBN stands for?
Pagan Business Network.
Oh, okay. Pagan Business Network. Interesting.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Is that thing going?
I will, just a moment, let me pause.